Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jess, I'm the creator of Pinkrex, and today I'm going to be showing you how I'm moving my monstera cutting from rooting in Perlite to growing in LECA. I make videos about plants, video games, and lots more, so if you like that kind of content and you haven't done this already, please remove all of the countertops in the Like Button's kitchen and replace them with AstroTurf. Also, please subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of my future uploads. Okay, my previous video I covered a few different types of rooting mediums. Mediums. Anyway, I covered lots of different types of things that you can root plant cuttings in my last video, and I ended with saying that I'm moving my monstera cutting that I got at Lowe's that has a little white spot on the bottom. I'm moving that over to be growing in LECA. When I got home from working out last night, it was just too dark for me to film anything in here, so I decided to just refill the monstera in the little yogurt container with holes drilled in it that I have it growing in Perlite in. And so I refilled that so its roots wouldn't be exposed overnight, and here we are, next day. This is the beefy monstera in question. It has a little stick that you can't even see it. It has a little stick that it was propped up with. Look at that guy. He's just great. So this monstera, again, if you didn't see the previous video, has this little white spot on the bottom. It is what they call sport variegation. Sport variegation just means it's on the leaf and not on the stem, but I cut it and, you know, just in case. So I'm going to be redumping it for your viewing pleasure. Here is the potting mat with a little bit of the perlite left on it, because I left in kind of a hurry. And its roots had actually started growing out the bottom of the container onto like the little cover pot I had it sitting in. What I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be taking this out of the perlite here and moving it over to LECA in a big clean jar so I can keep a better eye on its roots. And because it has a lot of roots, dude. It has a lot of roots. It's nice moving something from Perlite to LECA because it's not quite as messy as soil. Or if you have an aroid or any type of a plant that prefers a more airy soil and you have it growing in anything soil-based or peat-based, it's just a lot messier. You have other factors at play that Perlite doesn't have. Just look at how absolutely redonkulous the roots are on here. I mean, it's just roots for days. Roots for days. So I'm just going to be gently separating the roots on the monstera. I've got them pretty much untangled as best I can. I'm getting perlite everywhere. So I'm gonna go rinse them and then I shall resume what I'm doing here. And we are back from rinsing the roots. There's the roots. I will have to keep an eye on this. It's not rotten. It's not smushy at all. There's no smushy bits. I believe the spot it's going to grow from is tucked just inside underneath the leaf right there. So hopefully it will focus on that. But that's where the new stem is going to come out right there. So if I plant it kind of upright this way with the leaf right up there, I think it's going to be just fine. This spot makes me a little nervous, but it's been in there the whole time and been just fine, so I don't know. I'll keep an eye on it, and if it starts rotting, then I'll go back in and chop it off, but I really don't want to. Here is my freshly washed LECA. I still think it looks like Cocoa Puffs. Change my mind. It looks like Cocoa Puffs. Like, look at that. It's Cocoa Puffs. If I put it in a bowl with milk and a spoon, and I set it in front of you, you would probably eat it. So here's my glass container of choice. It's just a little vase that I had a Halloween terrarium in for a long time that I've since taken out. I'm gonna fill this like a third of the way up, a fourth of the way up with LECA, just to create a little reservoir. In theory, I could trim some of the longer roots back, but I don't really want to. We're just gonna have it in here for a bit and see how it goes. Like a little experiment, you know? And there he is, snug as a bug. I should have had like a little cup to scoop it with. Wow, I should have tried to see how much this could hold before I started filling it. I guess I'll go rinse some more LECA. Okay, I'm back with some more freshly washed LECA, and it sounds like cereal right now. I have no idea if the denoise feature will take out that noise. I'm gonna be sad if it does. So I'm going to fill my dumping vessel. I just want to grow everything in LECA. It's so cool. I don't know how I went like my whole plant parenthood life thus far without having LECA. So I got my LECA from IKEA. I talked about it in my last video. It is this brand. This is what it looks like, and you get a fair amount. It's quite a bit. It's 5.3 quarts. One thing that I feel like somebody is going to comment on is the fact that I'm using just a vase and not a cover pot with a reservoir. and that I'm not adding nutrients. To start off, you don't have to add nutrients, and you certainly don't have to have a net pot with a reservoir. It just makes keeping it clean easier. So I'm aware of those two things. I'm just doing this the easiest way with what I have handy. And again, this is the first time I'm growing something in LECA. I'm just doing it for fun. Brand new experience. Yesterday, I also put this totally unrooted cutting of Painted Lady philodendron painted lady. Why did I say it backwards? That was weird. Meh. It's one that I got for free at a plant trade, and it started to yellow, and I think it's because I was trying to root it in water and nothing was happening because water takes forever sometimes. So I moved it to LECA. Its stem is out of the water and it's just above the moisture, and I think with it being a philodendron, I think this is going to be a lot better situation for it. Moving the monstera back up here to finish filling it up with more LECA. And you do need to like jostle it around a little bit. Don't turn my microphone off, please. Caught it. Haha! Don't even have to prop it up now, which is really great because it's actually standing up on its own. And here is the dude. I also have a second monstera rooting in Perlite, the top cutting from that mother plant that I'd like to check on today as well, so I'm gonna do that quick too. Okay, so this is the top cutting of that same monstera. As you can see, this leaf is really frigged, but this leaf came out looking really nice, and I'm hopeful that it has some nice roots going on as well. It does have significantly less room in the little square pot that I have it in here. It is also stuck because it's grabbed onto the bottom. Okay, we're just gonna try to dump it first. Well, the roots are definitely stuck to the sides, but again, that's the same as the last time. It does have a lot of roots in here, so that's good. Oh, come on, buddy. Come on out of there. You don't want to live in there forever, do you? My edits for today. And I didn't think about that being a thing. I'm gonna see if I can clip the little netting off. That felt like it took forever, but all of the netting is off. This one has really nice roots too. Not quite as good as the other one, but still really good. Oh. Whoops. I really just went and dumped this whole jar of pickles into a container so that I could use the jar for this. Notes on making a plan in advance. Now I wish I had saved more jars. I was hoarding them for a long time and then I didn't know why I was keeping them. This is why. Is it gonna stand up? Yeah. The last thing you want to do is just make sure there's water in the bottom, fill it up so it's just barely touching the roots. I think that'll do just fine. There's nothing I can do about it. They're just not going to be showing for the end here, but that's, that's all I've got for today, guys. So if you liked the video, please remember to remove all of the countertops in the Like Buttons kitchen and replace them with AstroTurf. Also, please subscribe to my channel down below and drop a comment of what you thought I did right or wrong, or what you would have done differently, or if you have any other suggestions for video topics. I am always open to new suggestions. If you'd like, you can follow me on Instagram. I also have a ton of content over on TikTok under the username PinkRex with 2 X's on all platforms. So whether I see you on one of the platforms I just listed or down in the comment section below, please comment something. Just know I really appreciate you being here and I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Okay, thanks, bye.